All right, let's jump right in. For the longest time, AI was kind of this interesting, shiny toy, right? Something we experimented with. Well, those days are long gone. Today, AI has totally rewired how we build things, how we create. It's become a core part of our professional lives. And when I say core, I really mean it. Just look at this number, 85%. That's how many developers are now using AI tools on the regular. So this isn't some fringe trend anymore. It's literally the new normal. The question has changed from if we'll use AI to, well, how we're going to use it best. And this whole evolution has happened at lightning speed. I mean, think about it. Just a couple of years back, in 2023, AI was basically stuck in a chat box. We copy and paste. Then 2024, boom, it's inside our editors. Suddenly, completions got way smarter. By 2025, it's reading our entire codebase and writing tests. And now, it's a fundamental layer of the whole process. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a whole new way of building. So, what does this actually look like day to day? This new world with this deeply embedded AI. It's really changing the game for everyone involved in the creative workflow, from engineers all the way to designers. Let's take a look. For developers, we're now seeing these AI-native IDEs, integrated development environments, pop up. And what's really fascinating here is the change in philosophy. You've got a tool like Cursor, which basically supercharges a developer's existing setup with a ton of context from the whole project. But then you have something like Builder.io, and its real power is how it works across different teams. It actually understands the design system. It can take a Jira ticket or even a Slack chat and turn it directly into code. You see that? AI is becoming the translator between product, design, and engineering. And that idea of AI being a translator, a bridge, it's not just happening with code. We're seeing the exact same thing on the creative side. AI is stepping up as a really powerful partner for designers and brand strategists, completely changing how ideas get made. So, for instance, a designer can now hop into a tool like Midjourney and just type out a simple idea, just like this one here, and bam, seconds later, they have a photorealistic mockup ready to go. Think about that. The days of hunting for stock photos for hours or building concepts from the ground up are just over. This lets creatives brainstorm and switch up ideas at a pace that was just impossible before. But it's so much more than just making pretty pictures. AI can now do the heavy lifting on strategy. It can analyze design trends from all over the world, check out what competitors are doing, and even tap into consumer psychology to help generate entire color systems for a brand. This is a perfect example of AI not just as a worker bee, but as a strategic partner helping create brands that feel modern and really connect with people. Okay, so AI is faster, it's smarter, it's more integrated into everything we do. It feels less like a simple tool and, more like a teammate. But, and this is a big but, that brings up a huge question. If AI is our new teammate, what's stopping it from being a truly great one? Yeah, let's just ask it straight up. Can a piece of software, which is all just code and data at the end of the day, really be a teammate? Not just a tool, but a teammate in the way we humans think about it. Sure, it can write code, it can make images, but can it truly collaborate? And that's where we hit a wall. This chart really lays it all out. What do we love about our human colleagues? It's the empathy, that shared commitment, the trust you build over time. AI, on the other hand, brings its own superpowers, right? It's always on, it's crazy fast, it learns at an insane rate. But it's missing that human glue, that whole socio-emotional side of things. It's an amazing functional partner, but it's not a social one. And hey, this isn't just some philosophical debate. This gap creates real problems at work. The research is clear. AI is incredibly valuable for its brainpower, for sure. But because it doesn't really get context, and there's no real continuity from one interaction to the next, it needs a human babysitter, constantly. You can't just rely on it to get it, like you can with a person. So that's the problem. How do we bridge this gap if AI doesn't have that social intelligence we have? How do we build an AI that's a better partner? Well, some really fascinating new research points to a way forward, and it has nothing to do with trying to make AI feel things. And the whole idea revolves around this concept called functional equivalence. Now, this is key. The point isn't to make an AI that fakes being empathetic. The goal is to build AI with the technical skills that lead to the same great outcomes as those human traits. It's all about function, not feelings. And this framework breaks it all down beautifully. It maps what we need from a collaborator to 4 specific things AI needs to be able to do. To be a better partner, an AI needs something called internal cognition, contextual intelligence, adaptive learning, and collaborative intelligence. So let's quickly break down what those actually mean. First up, internal cognition. This is really all about self-awareness. So imagine an AI that gives you an answer but also says, hey, I'm only about 60% sure on this. Just that simple act of knowing its own limits, that's the functional equivalent of a human being humble and self-aware. It builds so much trust because it's being transparent. Next, there's contextual intelligence. You know how a great teammate can tell you're scrambling before a big deadline and they adjust how they talk to you? Well, an AI with contextual intelligence could do that too. It could understand deadlines, what the user is trying to do, even how the company is structured. It doesn't need to feel the pressure. It just needs to recognize the context and act accordingly. Okay, then we have adaptive learning. This is all about having a memory, about continuity. One of the most annoying things with current AI is you feel like you're starting over every single time. An adaptive AI would actually learn from you. It would remember your feedback and get used to your specific way of working. It gets better as you work together, just like a real partnership.
And finally, collaborative intelligence. Now, this is where it becomes a true partnership. This is an AI that doesn't just spit out an answer. It can explain why it chose that answer. It might even push back and challenge you a bit if it thinks you're going down the wrong path. It's not just a machine you give orders to. It's a partner you can actually solve problems with.
So, when you start to put all these pieces together, internal cognition, contextual intelligence, adaptive learning, and collaborative intelligence, you get a really clear vision of where all of this is going. A future where our teams are these deeply integrated mixes of humans and AI. So, let's just quickly recap the big takeaways here. First, AI isn't just a tool anymore, it's an integrated part of the team. Second, the next big leap forward isn't about more power, it's about closing that socio-emotional gap. Third, the way we do that is with these functional equivalents, giving AI the technical skills to be a better teammate, not fake emotions. And all of this means we're walking into a totally new era of work. And that leaves us with one last pretty massive question to chew on. As we get better and better at building these AI teammates, partners that are self-aware, that get the context, that are truly collaborative, what does that mean for us, for our jobs? As AI steps up to be a better teammate, how are our own roles going to have to change and evolve right alongside it?